This player burst onto the high-level scene, showcasing his terrifying mechanics, and left the Rocket League community speechless. Mechanics that people thought only freestylers would attempt, yet he pulled them off with almost 100% accuracy even against pro players. And as the years go on, players are going to need to adapt to this playstyle, or they'll risk getting left behind.
Oh my gosh, Dark!
A young pioneer from Saudi Arabia, Dark is only 15 years old. Despite this, he is one of the most mechanical high-level players we have ever seen. He somehow took freestyle mechanics and made them competitively viable. He continues to push the skill ceiling and is almost forcing other players to adapt. Let's have a look at how he's different and why it's going to matter if you want to stay competitive. Dark first came into the spotlight when Scrubkiller ran into him in ranked on stream.
Bro, I think it's time to end the stream. I mean, and he clipped on me. This guy definitely is on undiagnosed, but we're not going to talk about it. Yeah. That would just be me though. That would just be me. Yeah. I mean, there's still time, man. There's still time to concede more pogos.
Scrub got clipped on so badly that he went on to say that he was traumatized.
I've got like, bro, I'm traumatized after that last game. Like, I'm actually traumatized, bro. I want to have a rematch.
After he ended stream, however, he would message Johnny Boy, a Rocket League showmatch YouTuber, and inform him of this up-and-comer. Johnny Boy then went on to make a video analysing some ranked replays of Dark. And not long after, Fear, another Rocket League YouTuber, would invite Dark to his first ever showmatch against Ahmad, a top 30 1v1 player from Iraq, where he would go on to score a pogo on his very first attempt.
In this matchup, but we haven't seen him play in a show match before, so you never know. Now, another thing that Dark does really well, and Johnny goes over this in his YouTube video. Oh, we get it both! We get it both all in one! Here it is! This is quintessential Dark. A great fake kickoff, very convincing if you watch it from Ahmad's perspective, into a pogo, and Ahmad cannot get up to stop it. This is what everybody wanted to see.
This was quite literally the first time we had seen a player use a pogo competitively at such a high level. And he had gotten so consistent that it was scary. Almost every show match since, he was hitting at least one pogo per game on some of the best players in the world.
Big kick out from Dark again. This ball a bit too high to cleanly start an air dribble. It's not going to stop Dark from trying to do so though. He's got his reset pogo, busty! There it is!
When your overall strategy is to just go in there and show no respect to your opponent, can you really blame him? Dark's on him again. He's pogoed to back up down. Player who's so mechanical. You're up against a player who's so tricky to play against, and here he is with the pogo. Chips it over the top of Ashley. Oh my goodness. How on earth do you defend this proactively? I just don't understand. Look at the placement. He's not using it to shoot, he's using it as an outplay.
He quickly became a fan favourite, and also a personal favourite of mine to watch. And what's crazy is that this was almost 2 years ago, and at the time, Dark was only 14. And in the last year and a half, Dark has mastered and implemented basically every type of wave dash into his game. He can zap dash in almost any direction, chain wall dash, ceiling dash, you name it. And while none of these mechanics alone are terrifying, it's the way that Dark packages them all together and chains these dashes is what makes him extremely unpredictable and one of the fastest players in the world.
They take the risks so that everybody else can learn when it works. Dark, no way he's going to get enough resets to bring this back. Oh my goodness, Dark! That was a dribble setup to basically go the wrong way. That was an air dribble setup at his own net that he turned all the way back around with resets. I thought no way was he going to be able to get it there in the air. Look at these dashes. Oh my goodness, that shot is maybe just as crucial as all the other ones. to tap in his open net, but he was doing one in the previous game as a way to reposition quickly. Just reset off Blue. Oh my goodness, look at that challenge from Dark. That is, you know, the little sparks you can see of when everything connects on those dashes. By no means should he have been able to stay in that play. Oh, that's just great speed. In and out of the nets. Better look on the ball afterwards, so he's got himself a 5-4 lead. 3 seconds left to go. He's going to chain dashes back for what could be the final save, and yes, he counts.
Dark has recently dipped his toes into the RLCS scene with his team of Sickies and Zone under the team name Zone. And in the first open qualifier of 2024, they unfortunately ran into the new Rule 1 roster of Nupo, O'Khaled, and Ahmed, who is one of the best teams in the region. They lost this series 3-0, pushing them down into the lower bracket, though they didn't find much competition there, sweeping their way through, and qualified top 16, earning them $600. However, they didn't do so well in the second open qualifier, losing to Villains 1-3, knocking them down into the lower bracket, where they would sweep Frenzy 3-0, only to get swept by Revolution in their next series, knocking them out at top 32, only earning them $300. And as good as Dark is, he still makes little mistakes here and there because he is simply overdoing it. But once players get all of these mechanics consistent, as well as having the discipline to know when and how to use them, this will become the norm in RLCS.